The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus for reading for minutes. Published on the 18th of April 2021. Updated on the 18th of April 2021. A criminal gang is operating in the city. The characters manage to kidnap a young couple. The purpose of the bandits is to get the secret information of bank cards. The criminals begin to search the car of their hostages, in the trunk of which they discover an unexpected find. Why is there a bound woman in the car of a young couple? Who is he, this man kidnapped by the gang? American horror thriller, No One Survived, promises to be exciting and intriguing. Let's try to understand what basic meaning the creators of the motion picture laid in their work. On the screens, the audience sees something crazy and exciting. The main character kidnapped a young girl. It was Emma who managed to stay alive 9 years ago. The rest of her 14 friends were killed at an event dedicated to the end of the next semester. The character decides to tame this girl. He plans to control her every move. The hero of the motion picture as if compelled Emma that she will not survive without him. And the girl follows her peculiar savior everywhere, not realizing who he really is. The character uses his unusual tricks, which allow him to do what he has planned. Why is he manipulating Emma? This remains a mystery, the answer to which the viewer must find the answer on his own. Only this kidnapper maniac himself became a victim of bandits. Only the criminals could not imagine who they'd caught this time. This gang is associated more with losers than with a group that has a clear and well-thought-out plan. It is worth noting that the motion picture, No One Survived, on the amateur. The storyline is difficult to call original, but it has its own zest. The characters in the movie are difficult to categorize as positive or negative heroes. It is from which side to look at it. The point of the movie, Nobody Survived, is that there are no good and bad people. There are people whose interests align with yours or not. And based on that, one develops an opinion about each character. The movie, No One Survived, cannot be called brilliant. However, viewers are under a great impression of the events taking place on the screen. The main villain is played by a talented actor, Luke Evans. His character is just a real devil of hell. The hero of the movie kills people in cold blood. He uses for this sophisticated and extremely cruel methods. The character gives special preference to torture. With his victims, the hero arranges a kind of game, in which he applies his special strategy. The character always has a clearly laid out plan. Victims do not even realize that they are objects of manipulation. The character does not make mistakes. He has no misfires, he does not allow himself to be weak. In every game, the hero always comes out the winner. Other options he does not even consider. Throughout the movie, the maniac demonstrates his devilish game. He draws attention to himself. The cruelty of the character is just off the scale. But he does not know how to do otherwise. Therefore, there is a real horror on the screens. Viewers are restrained by a chilling fear. Only the answers to some of their questions that arise in the course of the movie, fans of the genre of horror will not get. When a maniac himself becomes a victim, his actions and deeds can be unpredictable. When a person finds himself in unusual conditions, he sometimes does not know what he is capable of. This is the main idea of the movie, Nobody Survived. The movie in the genre of horror is not just a story about murders. At the center of the narrative is a cold-blooded maniac who enjoys committing crimes. For the character, people's lives are of no value. Therefore, he perceives his atrocities as entertainment. Murders for the hero of the motion picture serve as a kind of training. Daring and self-confident character does not consider the opinions and interests of others. He easily takes the lives of those he considers necessary. Therefore, the atmosphere in the movie is appropriate. Gloomy, tense, ominous. There is not even a ray of hope for the correction of the situation. The plot of the movie turned out to be not banal. The scenario of the movie is intriguing and unpredictable. After the final episodes, the audience has a lot of questions. Why did the character went on the heads? At what point did he decide that he had the right to rule the fate of people? Why none of the characters could not fight back against a cold-blooded maniac? Viewers, after watching the motion picture, No One Survived, there is food for thought. The idea of the movie is that for any force there is another force. The soul of another person is covered with secrets and mysteries. What motives guided the character, committing his actions? Some turns of the plot line of the movie can hardly be called logical. Some of the dialogues do not carry any semantic load. But in general it can be noted that the authors of the movie managed to create an eventful, emotional, intriguing story, in which fear and horror came to the fore. And the success of the movie is largely due to the excellent performance of the cast. The feelings and thoughts of the main villain are difficult to understand, but you can try to analyze his actions,